If dating feels hard, it's not because you lack confidence. It's because you're untrained under pressure. Let me show you the system. The engine philosophy is about operationalizing your social competence. There's a dating crisis going on. Don't know if you noticed it, but it's a really shit situation for men. 63% of men under 30 are single versus 34% of women. 57% of singles aren't even looking. This is creating a shit ton of loneliness and is a horrible signal for our species. Loneliness is lethal. Half of adults report feeling lonely. This fucks your mental and physical health and keeps your life in a horrible situation. 29% report heart disease, 50% increased likelihood in dementia, 32% increased likelihood of stroke. Loneliness is the equivalent of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Your health, career, and relationships collapse when you feel isolated. Most men are experiencing this, who are interested in dating, who are high performing, who have got their shit together, and have done the things that society's told them to do to get success. And yet, when they see an attractive woman, freeze, overthink, get anxious, and just walk away. Self-trust, when you do this, starts to diminish. Your sense of belonging and entitlement starts to diminish. And there's no amount of podcasts, books, or mindset hacks that are going to get you out of this freeze response. What you're most likely in, if you're a high-performing man who wants to get his dating life in order and attract the kind of women you're looking for, is the consumption trap. 97% of people don't finish online courses, right? MIT and Harvard, massive online courses, completion rates fell off the map. They're at approximately 3%. Consuming content gives you dopamine, but zero execution skill. And you can see right now there is a significant database. You can look at Pew Research, MIT, Harvard data, and the Surgeon General's report on loneliness health risks. Motivation is not a system. Motivation is like a match. It's bright, it's brief, and it burns out. Systems are engines, and they're endless. Getting your dating life really working and fixing the core problem, you really want to think about this as a sport. Like, this is a container where we do the unbelievable amount of work to get what you're looking for. This isn't about hyping you up. We're all coming together, designing a routine and a system that does the work for you if you're willing to do the reps. So, performance, to get what you're looking for socially and romantically, it is a skill. You don't think your way into crack public speaking, negotiating, or dancing. You train under pressure until execution becomes automatic. Dating is no different. It's physical, emotional, and cognitive performance. Really knitting yourself together and building this program in your brain where you can just switch it on day in, day out, right? Systems beat having goals. You build the identity of someone who does the reps, and then systems will take care of the goal. So the change that we need is a skill-based one. It starts from within, whilst you do the external reps. As they fuse, it becomes who you are. The boring filter. Real transformation happens when no one's watching. Our system rewards consistency. Consistency, not flashes of brilliance. Can you do the rep on a rainy Tuesday when you'd rather scroll? That's the boring filter. That's what the single generation is. Consistent repetitions and building the engine that can do the work the right way, the way Coach D teaches. And the engine is very, very simple. We execute, we log it. There's monthly gradings where Coach D evaluates all the work being done, puts people through their monthly grading, corrects what needs to be corrected, and we just keep repeating. And that is how we solve the issue of social and romantic stuckness and how we help men get the desirable quality women they're looking for. Your first 72 hours as you crack into this and start taking action is about just switching your brain on and getting into execution. So you're going to complete the orientation module. It'll take you about 30 minutes, start to learn the system, and you're going to schedule your first social rep and commit to executing within 72 hours, chances are, if you can't get into action within 72 hours, you're fucking never going to succeed. Simple. I've done this for 4 years. Coach D's done this for almost 10. This game is for hard hustling men. Yeah. We're in a crisis. If you're going to make it, it's about brutal work ethic, gentlemen. And that is normal in our program. That is what we all do. All right. No matter if you're very high performing, very outgoing, or more introverted, it really doesn't matter. The work is essential. So we're going to get you to write down where, when, and what approach you're going to perform. And after the rep, you're going to log it honestly and submit your first field report this week. Every week, we are producing field reports, gentlemen. All right, that's what it takes to win here. And the specifications are really clear. You're going to log when and where the interaction happened, who you approached, what you said, outcome, your internal state, what you learned, what you'll do differently next time. Honesty beats perfection. We're not here for a press release. Logs, fuel coaching. Okay, building the data, getting you into massive, massive fucking action. The free gate system that Coach D teaches is about getting you and pulling you along the line. Every single month, you've got an opportunity to progress to the next gate. And if you've been submitting your field reports every single week, you can train under D and potentially get to the next gate. We don't punish. We're here to audit and correct. And the logging you're doing becomes evidence, right? Helps Coach D help you. And you bring that to your coaching calls to make sure when you've got the opportunity to get your grading done, yeah, under pressure, under fire, you are solid as a rock because you're doing the work in the field, right? So, difference here between most programs. Most have like mindset, confidence, gives you some direction. What we do is an engine philosophy. Yeah, we are about putting the pressure on you to transform. Pressure creates diamonds, gentlemen. We certify behavior and we ensure that the work and the pressure that you're putting yourself under as you're going through your change process is oriented the right way. We enforce it through logging, we enforce it through grading, and we build identity through our 24-week program. Transformation happens when you stick to this as a life decision. You can go from freezing, avoiding, and consuming to acting, logging, and iterating as you transform under pressure. You may not become fearless, but you will become competent. You will stop guessing if you're doing it right, and you will gain the evidence and self-trust to prove it. If you want to be a spectator, this is not the company for you. If you want to be a builder and an action taker, we can get you moving. Installation is the only thing that matters. The people who are going to watch this and pull the fucking trigger are going to get somewhere. The people who are going to act fast, yeah, put their balls on the line, they're going to get somewhere. They're the ones who are going to survive the singleness epidemic. Those who are going to sink into the comfort zone are going to dick around and get nowhere. But if you're ready to build, you can start with the $1 reset and you can take action within 24 hours and submit your first report. And the other boys who are already in the program, right? Complete the module and let's get to work. You've got the call this weekend. That's going to be every single weekend. And you've got accountability with me. And we are going to get you over the line. That's what it's all about, gentlemen. And I'm going to implore you, right? If you've listened to this, you've understood the importance of execution and massive action. This is the way we're going. Not just bullshit content, not just theory. This is not a classroom. This is a movement based on reps, 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 reps. Nothing else to sell to you other than get your ass in gear and let's do the work.